Good morning, everybody. This is Jackie from the Oracle Times, and this is going to be the weekly update reading for the 7th of December 2020. This is for all star signs, okay? So we have been looking at the big energies that will coming in this following week, right on the back of an eclipse. So is no doubt going to be some interesting stuff in this reading. I'm going to repeat as I always do. I record from the Bushveld in South Africa, which means that possibly I disappear for a second or two. I've had a fairly good run of late, but there has been a disappearing act or two, but I come back very quickly, so just bear with me. Bear with me one more sec because I want to turn this camera around. Sorry, guys, let me do. That's better. Now I don't look like I'm looking at you out the corner of my eye. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to use the tea leaf cards because Louisa and Sass always want to see the tea leaf cards. Yes, let me say hello to Louisa, to Sass, to Cynthia, to Rhonda. There's someone else I'm forgetting. I've got so much on my plate at the moment and knitting like crazy my little knitted toys for a shop that is selling them. So that's going as well. And two cards just jumped out and I'm going after them because I know they are meant for you. They jump out, they're meant for you. Excuse me one sec. And here they are. Okay, so it's a marriage will take place either romantic or business, and seek out information that will help you. So I'm going to say that there's some kind of commitment, some kind of contract may be coming up this week. Somebody maybe make some kind of offer. Do a little bit of digging further into it before you commit. It's not saying don't commit. It's saying definitely something is coming up this week, some kind of commitment, but you need to be do a little bit of research and a little bit of digging into it before you sign on the dotted line, whatever that commitment might be for you, okay? Let's see what else comes up here for you. Also, if you'd like a personal or private reading from me, and I do an amazing soulmate reading, or you'd like to take advantage of the Christmas special, all that is going to be in the description box below, in a link to my website, okay? Right, let's see what else comes out here. So there's some kind of commitment, some kind of contract, some kind of long-term thing that needs a little bit of sort of research done, digging into before you sign on the dotted line is what I'm hearing. Next card up, parting of ways in either romantic or business. Now this is interesting because I kind of get that feeling, that kind of story was coming through this morning. Something is ending that was a commitment, and you're starting something new that is another commitment. Before you do that, dig a little, do a little bit of research, find out a bit more, okay? But something definitely ends and something new is beginning. That is not surprising. We just had a lunar eclipse, okay? Lunar eclipses are more often than not about something ending, something beginning. Actually, eclipses in general are. But the solar eclipses are more about beginnings, more about the start of something, okay? The fruition, the future fruition of something. But it's the starting point. But the lunar eclipses are more often than not about endings, but they're quickly followed by something new, especially this time if this card comes up. Something new is coming up. Something is finishing that was a commitment. A new commitment is coming up. But you need to do a little bit of digging in there, a little bit of research. It's not that there's something wrong, I don't feel that. It just needs a little bit of more research into it, okay? There's a little bit more information you may need. Go looking for it. Right, next card up is you are on the road to success. So there we go. That's what you needed to hear. So whatever this new commitment is, it's going to be successful. It does need a little bit of digging and researching, okay? It can be anything, guys. It just depends. It can be a new exercise. You may join a new gym. You may try some new kind of exercise. You may do a new hobby. It can be bigger, much bigger than that. It can be a new job. It's just going to depend on your life story, what this is that it's busy discussing. But most of you will probably know, and here's a card that refused to go back, a sincere wish is granted. It would not go back in the pack. It stuck out, and there it says. So this is really nice, because if we look at this lineup, okay, we see this week, some kind of new commitment. You need to do some research, okay? Hello, Crave. Nice to see you again. An old commitment is done and dusted. It's finished, okay? But this new commitment, whatever it is, will take you to success. And it will grant a wish, or it is a wish granted. So maybe you want some kind of new commitment. Maybe you want a new job. Maybe you want a new hobby. Maybe you want a new crowd of friends, whatever it may be. That wish is about to be granted. You're going to get a new commitment. There's just something about doing a little bit of research, a bit of digging, maybe to find it. Maybe once you've got it, it needs to be a bit of digging into. Like I say, I'm covering a broad spectrum of stories here for you guys. You'll know what that bit of digging into is about, okay? In 2 more cards. Broken wish. Wish will be granted, but it's funny, these 2 follow because there's a broken wish and there's a new wish. So that's the story I'm getting here. Something is finished and done with, and starting something new. That something new is going to be on the road to success. It's a wish granted. Sometimes they will say, be careful what you wish for. The way that can translate is, when you wish for something, often something that is standing in the way of that wish will be sidelined out of your life one way or another. And I think that is what is happening this week. Something gets sidelined out of your life to make way for that thing that you really wished for. That thing you really wished for, it is going to be successful. You're on the road to successful with it. It's going to need a little bit of research and a little bit of digging to get it where you want it to go. Or maybe you need to dig for it to find it, okay? Right, let's just take a tarot card quickly. Right, so this is the 4 of Earth. If you have a look at this card, he's holding up the building. There's a little bit of blood. He has been working hard. There's the bee, which is always the worker. So something that you have been working hard at, that there's a bit of blood, sweat, and tears, okay? That could actually now come into being. It comes into being as a result of something else moving out of your life. It is a wish granted, and there will be success. But first of all, something else breaks down, moves out of the way. Something that possibly, I hear the word rejection. I hear the word didn't live up to expectations. Somebody pretended to be something they weren't. It can be those kind of situations, but it's all changing for the better now. It's just that letting go as you shift from the old to the new that might be a little bit tough for you, okay? Not for all of you, just depends, like I say, on the story. And if you're in a really bad job and you hate it, and this week they closed down the company, whatever the case may be, you know, it's not nice and you're not going to enjoy that, but part of you is going to be like hugely relieved not to have to do that anymore. But know that something new is coming in really, really quickly. It will be successful, and it's a wish granted, basically. At the base of it, you wished for what? Something new, something better, something that is more aligned with you, and here it comes, okay? Right, so let's have a look at relationships. I'm going to read for those of you that are in relationships as well as those of you that are looking for relationships. Let's see. First card up is pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. This is my don't sweep it under the carpet card. In existing relationships, don't sweep stuff under the carpet for your own sake, because at some stage it's really going to bug you, okay? If you meet somebody new, it's not a case of this person's not right, stay out of the way, but don't pretend that whatever it is that you're not entirely keen on with them is going to go away. It's not. It's there for keeps. Accept it or reject them. Okay, that is basically the case here, and one has to be honest about that. So that's what that card is more about than anything else. And 2 cards jump out, and interestingly enough, I think they might have come up together in someone's reading or last week. It's difficult to remember which. But I think if you're looking for a new relationship, your best bet's going to be out of your comfort zone, out of your normal thing. If you're going away soon this week, if you're going to a different place that's not in your normal day-to-day goings, this is where you might very well meet somebody. Keep it light, keep it playful, keep it flirtatious, keep it cheerful, because that's the way you're going to meet somebody. The same kind of energy applies in existing relationships. He's got wings. Now, why didn't I notice that before? Do you know how long I've had this deck? Whenever I notice things on cards, I'm like, that's a message. That's an angel on there. Look closely. Can you see? What are they called again? The guys that steer those boats in Venice? It's on the edge of my mind. One of you will know. It's a gondolier? Okay. So, a word came in. So, that's angelic help, I would say. In a place that is not your normal home, routine, normal place you go to, has a slightly foreign flavor, that's where the help's going to come in. Keep it light, keep it cheerful, keep it happy. That goes for existing relationships too. In fact, if you're in an existing relationship and that red flag comes up, maybe your partner's a bit snippy and a bit, you know, off with you, whatever the case may be. Maybe that's also a red flag. They need a break, they need a little bit of time out, they need a change of atmosphere. Book a meal for them in a different restaurant. Why do I always go to that one? I always want to say Italian restaurant because I love Italian food. That's probably why. And that would be to me, oh, let's go eat at an Italian restaurant. That's different. But something like that, okay? And it's kind of like because I saw that, those wings on that man in that boat. Whenever I see that, I think, were they there before? Maybe they weren't. Maybe they were. So that is where it will be for you. Out of your comfort zone, somewhere different. Keep it light, keep it cheerful, keep it happy. Possibly you meet somebody there. If you're in an existing relationship, it will do your relationship good. It will give your relationship the bit of breather. And I think your partner is probably needing a little bit of time out at the moment, a little bit of more light-hearted time, but more fun time. And that will be the thing to do for them this week and for your relationship. Because ultimately, if the partner's happy, then you're happy too, right? Okay, so that is your reading this week. Thank you for chatting to me very much. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing. I genuinely appreciate that. Once again, if you'd like a reading from me, link will be in the description box below just now to the website. The Christmas special is there as well. And I'm sending you hugs and blessings for the week ahead, and we'll speak again soon.